Did you see the court order?
It was signed by a judge.
Okay, why didn't you notify the family?
Miss Spencer seemed eager to cooperate. I couldn't hold her here against her will. Jason, what are you doing here? Where's Lulu? That Lulu loves Johnny because she's crazy, or that she went crazy because she loves him?
I'm saying that Lulu needs to get out of Port Charles for a little while. That's what I'm saying. Hello?
Some assistant DA and cop took Lulu to court.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me know.
Is Lulu okay?
Baldwin had her picked up to testify. I need to get to the courthouse.
Why would Scott even want Lulu's testimony? She's obviously very sick.
Baldwin, what he wants is he wants Lulu to admit that she played Logan and Johnny against each other, provoked a murder, and then helped Johnny escape.
Can you do that?
Judge signed the court order. He can pretty much do whatever he wants, make Lulu testify.
At least you tried.
I just wish there was more I can do.
I've been thinking a lot about us. I know you think if we start seeing each other, we'll only want more.
I will never be able to give you what you want.
Well, I gave up the dream of being married with a white picket fence a long time ago. I just don't see why we can't have a very private relationship. Why can't we just take what we can give each other and be happy?
I just don't think it can work. Hey, what are you doing here? You were supposed to go straight home after Maxie's testimony.
What is a home, really? An abode? Safe haven, a place to rest?
Did Maxie end up in jail?
I fear she's trapped in a prison of her own making, one of shame, humiliation, loneliness.
Where is she right now?
I know not. I should have heeded Stone Cold's advice and stayed within the confines of my pink bedroom. My presence in court only made painful testimony even worse.
What did she say? Did she say something to incriminate herself?
The prickly prosecutor asked almost nothing about the night of the murder.
Spinelli, that's great.
Yeah, no, but instead he asked questions of a most personal and humiliating nature. He presented Fair Maximista as a careless wench of the lowest virtue, of the roundest heel. He forced her to admit that she knew the crabby commando in the biblical sense for the sole intention of hurting Fair Lulu, and then forced her to admit that she offered herself again to the crabby commando only to be rejected.
At least we know that Baldwin doesn't suspect anything.
Yeah. I admire how you can stick to the facts, but had you seen her on the witness stand? Never flinching, never resorting to a lie? She was the epitome of courage.
Did you tell her that?
I was witness to her brutal and public humiliation, and for that reason, she cannot bear the sight of me.
Why do you think that?
She walked out of the courtroom, head held high, and I followed to offer a kind word of comfort, but she just kept walking. Maximisa just walked away. I guess too distraught to even glance in my direction, but my admiration remains pure.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I could never judge Maximista for her propensity to make bad choices.
Maxie does bring a lot of trouble on herself.
If you had just seen the pain in her eyes.
Okay, Maxie is tough. She may not be as upset about this as you are.
Yeah, but then why did she walk away from it?
Why? Because she was embarrassed. I mean, you know what that's like?
All too well, I'm afraid.
Sometimes it's more painful to be friends with someone who expects the best from you than someone who expects the worst.
By that stone cold logic, the kindest thing for me to do for Maximista would be to have no expectations either way. To leave her completely alone.
And that's up to you.
But that way is so painful. As I've seen with you and Fair Elizabeth.
You shouldn't be showing up here.
Why not? Carly does.
Well, since when do you follow Carly's example?
I don't know, maybe I should a little more often.
No, you don't mean that.
Don't tell me what I mean. Or assume you know what I want or what I can handle. When I came to Port Charles years ago, I handled myself just fine. I was fearless, and you know what? I liked who I was back then. I went after what I wanted with no apologies, and that's what I'm doing right now. I want you, and I know you want me.
Involved, everybody's going to be at risk.
Not if we keep it a secret.
What, you want to go back to lying to people?
A huge part of our life will always be a lie, or Jake. And you know what? I'm over it. I am tired of being miserable. I want us to figure out a way to be together.
How can I justify that after what happened to Michael?
No life is ever safe, and you
My
and I
life
have the
is
right
against
to decide.
everything that you believe in.
Andre Karpov to see you.
Okay, in a minute. You gotta go out the back way.
No, we're not finished.
What are you doing? You can't be here.
Watch me.
Last night, someone brutally beat 2 of my guards. Left them in the alley outside of my warehouse.
I mean the alley where my associate was run down?
An unfortunate accident.
Unfortunately, your guards aren't dead.
And you admit that you ordered the attack.
I didn't order it. I did it myself.